This is the Subpac. Simply put, it lets you hear and more importantly feel bass by physically moving your body. So is this the bass experience you didn't even know you were missing out on? Is this the solution to music production without expensive studio monitors or an acoustically treated room? For a producer and casual VR enthusiast, thoughts and perspectives, this is Kevin from Said Too Much. So first things first, is it the groundbreaking bass experience they say it is? Is it like you're standing in front of a huge PA system, vibrating your chest and feeling it in the pit of your stomach? This physicality is what truly helps us feel extremely low sounds. And if you've seen my contrabass videos, I would say even sounds below 20 hertz. So let me start by saying, yes, I love this thing. It's quite the experience. Maybe not quite the experience of sitting in front of a huge PA system, but still way more immersive and realistic. I've had it for a little over a year now, and it's great for mixing in my small bedroom studio, accompanied by a relatively flat response semi-open backed headphones. I would have called this a full review, but there are some features I haven't really messed around with too much, particularly Bluetooth, because as everyone knows, Bluetooth reduces audio quality. Maybe more so in the higher end, but still. I'm sure it's fine if you're curious about the more casual side of things. Another feature I'm not too familiar with is battery life because I keep it mostly strapped to the back of my producer's chair and always plugged in. The few times I have had it untethered, the battery lasted me plenty of time. It somewhat depends on how much you drive the bass with this knob on the controls. I always just keep it dead center. The knob clicks into that mid position when you get to it. Quick going over the control unit some more, you have two jacks, an input, and an aux that breaks out into headphones. Then the on-off button, which you would also hold down to pair with Bluetooth devices. I think the design is delightfully simple to use. You can just unclip the control unit and put it wherever you want. Nothing much to complain about. I should also note though that I'm using it in a way that's not recommended. The company makes two versions, one for portability and one specifically for producers and monitoring. But me, thinking I could be clever, decided to get the portable version to mess with VR immersion and then flip it inside out around a chair for producing. They say the difference between the two models is the contact position they have on your back. So with the portable version around my chair, I feel the bass higher up my back, as if it were a backpack. So I think it's just more or less a trade-off between feeling it in your gut or your chest. I find this setup works for me though, so yep. One of the only issues I've experienced is that with it pushed against your body all the time, it gets into contact with all your sweat and grime. My bedroom studio would get pretty hot over the summer, and with all the sweat being absorbed by the very soft and comfortable material I might add, it did start to smell. Being so close to your body, it is almost like clothing, and I don't think there's a way to take out the electronic components to wash it. It's all kind of stitched to plastic parts, and there's wires attached. But this cleaning issue wasn't anything a little Febreze couldn't fix. Future models could probably take this into consideration. To increase immersion too, I guess you could increase the amount of tactile speakers to include one on like your chest maybe, to really get that torso rattling feel. But logistically that would probably start to look more like a full suit, and that's just too tacky. Who would want to wear that? Keeping the backpack look is aesthetically pleasing and more than functional enough. As far as other monitoring options for sub-contra frequencies, you could probably get a decent, i.e. expensive sub, but you'd have to probably crank it pretty loud to push all that air into you. In my research, it's hard to find a sub that truly recreates sound lower than, say, like 30 hertz without distorting and such. There's also something called a rotary sub, which I thought was pretty interesting too, trying to solve the issue of pushing so much air. But the Subpac is more than reasonably priced and effective. It's a great product. I'm glad I bought it. It's great for my home studio and personal experimenting. Hopefully it will have my back for future projects to come as well. For now though, enough said.